You're probably wondering, what is a hybrid hypno physio approach anyway, and how is it really going to help me? Hi there, I'm Daniel Degenhardt, and I thought in this short video I would define what pain is, hypnosis, and physiotherapy are, and walk you through what your first assessment and treatment would look like. First, we need to define pain. The International Association for the Study of Pain define it as an unpleasant sensory or emotional experience associated with or resembling that associated with actual or potential tissue damage. Whew, that's a mouthful, I know, but let's break it down. It's unpleasant because it's there to motivate a change. And it's both a sensory and emotional experience. Of course, we have the physical sensations of the pain that we feel, but what we often forget is that there's emotional links with that as well. The stress, the fear of re-injury, the anxiety of going back to the life that you want to live. And those can affect us in very real ways. You also have the last part of the definition, actual or potential tissue damage. Now it makes sense that if I rolled my ankle, I would have actual tissue damage that's sending messages to my brain. My brain determines, yep, danger, and produces that experience of pain. But after about 3 to 6 months, once things have healed to the best of their abilities, then we're dealing more with that potential tissue damage. That the brain says, there's a potential of something dangerous here, I'm going to create this experience of pain. Through this, I can use my hybrid hypno physio approach to exercise the mind and the body to address both the emotional and the sensory aspects of pain. So what would an assessment and treatment look like? First, we start with what's called a subjective assessment to determine potential sources of pain. Now, they could be emotional sources of pain, anxiety, fear, stress, but as well as asking about the sensory, the physical aspects of the pain you experience. Then we move into a functional assessment, and this is again to determine more potential sources of pain, but more from a physical changes to your body perspective. Then we'll use that information to develop a treatment plan that will likely include both hypnotic and physiotherapy techniques. So what can you expect from hypnosis? Well, the definition of hypnosis from a scientific perspective is bypassing the critical faculty to get to your unconscious mind to create positive changes long lasting from that perspective. But simply put, it's real results from imaginary events. And these imaginary events that I guide you through can make very real changes to your body. The first approach is what I call hypnotic band-aids. Just like if you have a cut and you put a band-aid over top, it helps to support your healing and provide the environment that you're not going to address and make things worse. And these techniques are quick and effective at modifying or even eliminating your experience of pain. And that's great because that shows the power of your own mind to create these positive changes. We might also have hypnotic discovery sessions where we spend a bit more time to really get at those root stressors and eliminate them. These core beliefs and understandings we have about pain and healing that we've probably developed from a very early age. And then the last part of hypnosis is developing some sort of self-hypnosis practice. Now these are techniques and strategies that you can use anywhere, anytime with nobody really even knowing you're using them. But they're going to help to strengthen your mind and your ability to focus on the outcomes you want to achieve. And then, what can you expect from physiotherapy? Well, I'm going to be providing you daily individualized exercises and stretching routines. We've got to get your body to move in comfortable and safe ways. We're going to likely go through a breathing practice because yes, you're breathing right now, but there's ways to optimize that breathing in order to use your diaphragm more effectively and tap into your rest, digest, and heal system. I might give you some postural advice, but overall the physiotherapy advice and education is going to help you tune into your body and help you move more safely. So this hybrid hypnophysio approach is going to be focused on active therapies, not passive. An active therapy is anything that you are actively engaged in, like I listed above. But the passive techniques like acupuncture, manual therapy, even medication and surgical procedures are things that are done to you. And I have skills in those areas, and sometimes I do bring those into the practice. But my idea of healing is providing you with active therapies and skills so that it's going to make it less likely for that injury to come back in the future. This is a process that begins with you. Click one of the Get Started Now buttons on this page, and I look forward to helping you heal. I'm Daniel Degenhardt. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope to help you heal soon, because the more we all heal, the more we all heal.